In the grand spectacle of modern civilization, few institutions exemplify the absurdity of cultural priorities. Quite like professional sports, what began as simple games of skill and camaraderie has grotesquely mutated into a multi-billion-dollar industry, a gilded shrine to corporate greed and consumer enslavement. The games themselves are mere backdrops to the real business at hand: branding, merchandising, and the relentless extraction of wealth from the enthralled masses and the athletes, many of whom are little more than avatars of corporate interests, rake in obscene salaries, paid millions of dollars to chase a ball around a field, while society's true pillars, teachers, first responders, and military personnel, are left scraping by on insultingly low wages. Consider the grotesque economic disparity. A kindergarten teacher, shaping the minds of the next generation, often struggles under the weight of student loans and stagnant wages, while a football player, perfecting his ability to throw an inflated piece of leather, can secure a contract worth hundreds of millions of dollars. But the firefighter who runs into a burning building, the paramedic who keeps your heart beating, the police officer patrolling your streets to keep you safe, each of these professionals places their own life on the line, yet they earn a fraction of what an athlete makes for scoring a touchdown or sinking a three-pointer. And what of the soldier, deployed to foreign lands to defend national interests, often returning home to minimal support and financial instability? The numbers are beyond disparity. They are an indictment of a culture lost in the fog of misplaced values. Yet, these athletes are revered like modern-day deities. Fans, intoxicated by a carefully curated cocktail of loyalty and illusion, devote themselves to their teams with religious fanaticism. They spend hundreds, thousands, and sometimes millions of dollars on collectible memorabilia. Small, mass-produced relics of the sporting faith, a simple trading card, a paper rectangle featuring an athlete's printed visage, can command astronomical prices at auctions as though it were a fragment of the true cross. Game day rituals mirror the rites of ancient religious ceremonies. The devout don their sacred vestments, jerseys emblazoned with the names of their chosen favorite, and anoint themselves in the holy colors of their franchise. They gather in domestic shrines, living rooms, and man caves, bedecked with relics of the team, or embark on pilgrimages to the towering cathedrals of sport, where they dutifully pay their tithes in the form of overpriced tickets, extortionate beer, and concession stand delicacies as nutritionally bankrupt as the very culture they nourish. Once the game begins, the spectacle reaches a fever pitch. Grown adults, educated and rational in most aspects of their lives, surrender to a primal frenzy, screaming obscenities at referees, vilifying rival tribes, and engaging in acts of behavior in any other context would be deemed deranged. Fights break out in stadiums, riots erupt after championship games, and social media explodes with venomous tirades over the decisions of men in uniforms chasing a ball across a field. It is a theater of sanctioned lunacy, a ritualistic exorcism of the frustrations that modern existence breeds. And who reaps the ultimate reward? The corporate overlords who own the teams, the leagues, and the broadcasting rights. These billionaires, the true architects of the madness, watch from their luxury boxes as their capital investments churn out massive returns. Their teams are not merely franchises, they are brands. And the spectators are not merely fans. They are consumers programmed to buy, to watch, and to engage in the never-ending cycle of monetized passion. Professional sports, in its current incarnation, is an indictment of a society gone wrong. It reflects a civilization that prioritizes spectacle over substance, entertainment over education, and triviality over true heroism. That we idolize athletes over teachers, celebrate touchdowns over acts of bravery, and reward physical prowess over intellectual contribution is a damning commentary on what we, as a culture, have become. We are a civilization lost in the thrall of bread and circuses, where the modern Colosseum distracts us from the true injustices of our world. And, like the Romans before us, we seem blissfully content to cheer as our empire crumbles around us.
Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe.